All right, so take a look at our turbo match here. Jeremy Petter on the right. You may know him. That's Jer. That's Jer from Loading Ready Run, the guy that he does Friday nights on Wizards.com. He's playing against Nick Watson, who looks like he's playing the burn deck. And Jer, you know, he said he doesn't play much Modern. He's more of a Legacy player.
Yep.
And the deck that he likes in Legacy is Death and Taxes. And he tried out some Modern decks, didn't find anything he really loved, and said, you know what, heck with it. I'm going to build a version of my own.
Death and Taxes, yeah.
And so he brought Death and Taxes. You can see that he's got the Arbiter down there, which has already eaten a Lightning Bolt.
Hey, that's good work against the burn deck. It soaks up 3 damage. I am having trouble seeing what that card is.
It's a Path to Exile, right?
Okay, yeah. So yeah, you can see that he's Swiftspear is exiled and he's searched up a basic there.
Okay.
So that is Path to Exile.
So Path is going to take down the Monastery Swiftspear, and I don't know how this matchup plays out. As Death and Taxes, by the way, that's a nickname we give to a disruptive white creature deck, right? Little creatures that kind of mess with your mana, and when you can play spells and how much searching you can do.
And all those creatures that have a stupid ability that's annoying. So
yes.
We need an Arbiter, one of those, of course, it stops you from searching your library unless you pay 2
colorless mana. Here's another Path to Exile, though, for Jer, and this is pretty good. I mean, these paths, sometimes you get a little worried building your opponent's mana up, but against the mono red deck, most of their cards, in fact, all their cards cost 1 or 2, so you're not really giving them a huge advantage.
And here comes a Flicker Wisp.
Flicker Wisp is going to target a land. It's also going to get burned by something here, it looks like. This is the downside, of course, for Jeremy.
This is going to be a Searing Blaze, because he gets a land into play. So that's going to do 3 to Jer. Now, Jer has not taken a lot of damage from Nick, though.
And there's a Skull Crack.
So just throw out the Skull Crack. Might as well get something done this turn.
And there's a Thalia, which now looks a little bad thanks to all of those Path to Exiles. Now, against the burn deck, it could be fine here. Shard Volley, and it looks like Jer is going to get burned out in short order. Oh, no.
Ooh, Eidolon of the Great Revels.
Eidolon of the Great Revel is
but still
very bad news
that many hits,
Jer.
and he doesn't do a lot of damage to himself either. So,
I mean, Jer was probably at 3 or 4, right?
He was low, because you saw what happened. A Goblin Guide came off the top, and Nick cracked with both. And despite the first strike of the Guardian, the 2 damage was enough to kill him. So it looks like that was...
Yeah, Thalia does a good job against this type of deck. It makes it hard for him to deploy his burn spells, and it blocks Goblin Guide pretty well. But unfortunately for Jer, this matchup doesn't look great because many of Nick Watson's burn spells are going to actually be used to take out key parts of Jeremy's deck with his creatures.
Well, that's true to a point. I think also, though, you know, that card, Thalia, if it had been his second turn play, would have been great because it would have made the Lightning Bolt cost 1 more. It would have made it harder for Nick to play the spells to combat the creatures. Also, if there's one color that knows how to deal with burn spells, it is white.
That's true. If he brought the sideboard for the white or for the red matchup, I think that Jer's going to be in good shape, and that's his best chance here because this matchup does not look amazing.
It's not like Burn is one of those off the radar decks like it used to be. I would not be surprised to see some core Firewalkers out of Jer's deck right now.
Yeah, there's a big red splotch right on top of the radar right now for this type of deck.
Exactly.
Looks like the judge is coming in to make sure that things get sorted with that. And we can go to game 2. Oh. We're in game 2 now. Okay. I see 1 core Firewalker.
That's not very many. He's got another Thalia in the sideboard. And
no, just the 1 core Firewalker. So for Jeremy Petter fans, you better hope he draws it. Because he's going to need it.
Nick is mulliganed. Now, well, the other thing is that perhaps the reason he only has 1 core Firewalker is because he thinks this is a good matchup. So it will be interesting to see if he does better in this game. I suppose Nick, it's very unlikely he has a lot of sideboard cards in this match.
This gets kind of interesting. Eidolon of the Great Revel versus Aether Vial is kind of a non-bow here for Nick.
Yeah, so there you go.
Oh, and there's a Thalia at instant speed.
Wow. But Nick does have enough mana to make 3 to Searing Blaze.
Searing Blaze, yeah, this is going to be over very quickly.
Yeah.
As Jer has missed multiple land drops. Even though he's kept his Aether Vial on 2, it's allowing him to deploy 1 threat per turn. Oh no, he's already taken 4 off of his lands as well.
And he takes 2 more, casting Thalia there. So he is back against the wall here. However, he does have Thalia, making his opponent's life difficult. And he has Aether Vial, meaning he can drop a creature into play and block here. And he will.
This is interesting. I think that Nick would be fine getting rid of this Eidolon at this point.
Ooh, Sarah Avenger.
Oh, Sarah Avenger, that's big.
That is pretty big. And he will make the blocks that allow him to kill the Swiftspear, because there's no way for Nick to play 2 spells with Athalia in play.
That's right.
3 lands.
And the first strike takes down the Eidolon.
And this game just turned around.
Here's a suspended Rift Bolt. He will have to pay an extra mana for that when it comes off a suspend, right?
He will.
Okay.
And, the awkward thing is I think Jeremy might just be at 3. Oh, he wouldn't be, no, because he would have bolted in last turn just by paying for it. So.
Just by paying the full 4.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Oh, what does this do?
In response.
Oh, I hope this isn't the Firewalker, because he needs that in play. Oh, here's Skullcrack.
Oh, in response to the activation.
To the activation, and it was a Canonist.
So
wow,
Jeremy won
it would have. So it would have blanked the suspend. The suspend coming off. He wouldn't have been able to cast that second spell. Unfortunately, he was already dead. The Canonist?
So the Canonist would have stopped him from playing the second spell.
Yes.
But he shouldn't still have stopped it because...
Well, he got skull-cracked. I think that was it.
Oh, the skull crack killed him.
I think it just killed him. It would have it would have stopped the suspended one, but...
Canonist shouldn't stop the suspend because it's still the first spell.